Hi and welcome to Ingredient Challenge with me, Rosie Birkett for BBC Good Food. In this episode I'm going to be cooking with basmati rice. I've got some ginger, some leftover chilli, red and green, 2 spring onions, a clove of garlic, sort of half to 3/4 of cauliflower, nice big courgette, a cup of frozen peas. This is mint, salt, obviously really important, curry powder, cardamom, turmeric, chili flakes and sesame seeds and soy sauce. First of all, we're going to make the chili oil. Now this is optional, you don't need to make it, but it's a really good thing to have on the go at the moment. So I'll show you what you need to make it. I've got a red chili here, finely chopped, with a little knob of ginger as well that I peeled with a teaspoon and then chopped. Some vegetable oil or rapeseed oil, some sesame seeds, soy sauce and chili flakes, and a clove of garlic which we're just going to chop. And I want to quite finely chop this. That's about right, and then just add that into the bowl with the ginger and the chili. Okay, so I've put about 4 tablespoons of the vegetable oil into a pan, and I haven't turned the heat on. I've put the ginger, chili and garlic in, and now I'm just going to turn the heat on very gently and bring it all up together quite gently. And this is going to take just a few minutes. And what you want to do is have a spatula ready just to stir this stuff into the oil. And that's the chili oil there. You can see the lovely bits. Now we just want to boil our frozen peas. They only literally take a second. I've just got another roasting tray here because we don't want to overcrowd, because the key to getting nice caramelised crispy veg is to space them out so they've got room. So there we go. And then you're just going to drizzle over a little bit of vegetable oil or rapeseed oil or olive oil, whatever you've got. Coconut oil works really well as well. A little bit of oil, you don't want too much, it's just enough to coat. And then season with a great pinch of salt. And I'm using some curry powder here. Garam masala works really well, or your favourite curry powder that you might have, maybe you've made your own. But yeah, just coat everything in the curry powder and the oil and salt. These are going into a hot oven, so 180 fan for about 25 minutes. 20 to 25 minutes. After that time, they should have some nice caramelisation, some nice crust and some really good nutty flavours. So you need a knob of butter, and you're just going to put that in your pan over a medium heat. And I'm going to pop in a few cloves of green cardamom as well. I'm going to add in a pinch of salt, really important, nice pinch of salt, 3/4 of a teaspoon of turmeric. And that's going to give it a lovely golden colour. Just stir that around like that. Okay, so going in with 300 grams of boiling water. Lovely. And then scrape any that might be stuck to the bottom off. And scrape down the sides. And then what you want to do is turn down your heat. So really low heat. I'm going to put it on about 2. And then we're going to put the lid on and just cook that on a really low heat without stirring it for about 7 minutes. It's been 7 minutes and our rice is ready, so I've turned off the heat, and what I'm going to do now is just take the lid off. Oh, you see how lovely that's looking, and you just want to grab a clean tea towel and pop it over your pan like that, and then replace the lid. And what that's going to do is help the rice to absorb all of that steam and get lovely and fluffy, and move it off the heat as well, and just leave it to sit somewhere for about 10 to 15 minutes while you get everything else ready. It's been about 25 minutes as well, and the roasted cauliflower and courgette is looking great. Some lovely colour on there. So I've got 2 spring onions here. If you don't have spring onions, leeks would work really well, baby leeks, or you could use chives. And then I'm going to use about half of this green chilli. save the other half because we've got that chili oil. I should say also, if you've made the chili oil, make sure once it's cooled that you keep it in a jar in the fridge once you've used what you need for this dish, because it needs to be kept in the fridge and eaten within a few days. This is mint from the fridge. Always keep your mint in moistened kitchen paper, wrapped up in there, because that helps it to stay fresh much longer. Now it's time to finish the dish. We've got all our bits ready. We've got a beautiful golden rice here, and I've just forked through that to separate the grains, and they're lovely and buttery and delicious. I've got my cooked frozen peas, which are going straight in, and then we've got the chopped up green chilli and spring onion and mint, which is going to add some lovely crunch. All in there. I'm going to add a good squeeze of lemon juice for some extra freshness as well. And then I'm going to stir through a spoonful of my chili oil. I'm just going to stir it all and bring it all together. And look at those gorgeous, gorgeous flavours in there. This is smelling absolutely delicious. On some of our gorgeous roasted curried cauliflower or courgette, and this would be great with a poached egg or with a boiled egg, kedgeree style, with some fish, some smoked fish or some tinned fish. This would work really well. And then I'm just going to drizzle over a little bit of extra chili oil. There's not going to be much left after this, but what is left I'll keep in the fridge. And look at that, absolutely gorgeous. And that's it, our beautiful golden turmeric rice with peas, roasted cauliflower, homemade chili oil. It's an absolute belter. I hope you've enjoyed this recipe, and I'll be back soon with more.